Hey everybody, what's going on? What's hot? What's hip? What's happening? What's shaking? And everything else on your Thursday night. That's right. Get this damn thing on. All right. Hey. Yeah. So tonight we're doing overrated, underrated. It's the internet sensation. It's sweeping the nation. And before we get going any further, why don't you like, share, subscribe, notification bell, retweet. And that way we can serve the algorithm, the almighty algorithm. Right now the algorithm is making my microphone disappear. There it comes back. Now I'm here again. Okay, so do those things. They're free. We also have this has got to be dealt with. Anyway, we also have super chats and memberships, and you can avail yourself of those. We do a monetary goal every night. It is any amount of money. And you also have your gifted memberships. So if you turn those on, you might get a freebie. And if it's free, it's for me. Great show last night with No Filter Paul. Just wonderful to catch up and wade through his degenerate behavior. Let's see here. I have some... tomorrow night, Steve Bluestein, famous comedian, famous actor, famous writer and playwright. I'm probably leaving something out. And his Southern California home is spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Let's see. I usually get pretty excited to do these shows, but I found out about an hour ago, I guess, that a guy, you live your life, you meet people. I was really close friends with his close friends, and therefore I was around this guy a lot and got along with him great. Wonderful dude. Here in Texas, he's a big deal. And you might not have heard him. But his name was Tommy Alverson, and I understand he just passed away today of cancer. So I'm going to ask everybody, if you'd like to. You may have heard one of his songs called Uno Mas Cerveza. Plays in a lot of party places and like Mexican restaurants and stuff. Two other songs. I'm going to put them in the chat here. Uno Mas Cerveza. I think that's how you spell it. Let's see. Let's do Texas Woman first. Come on now. Texas Woman. Man, oh man. My fingers. My right hand is exceeding the speed of my left hand. And then Hill Country, Here I Come. Give him a listen. I'll write his name down here. Tommy Alverson. So this is one of those days where, man, I really wanted to do a show, but also I just went, oh, man. And then I said it's overrated and underrated, so things will get better. I think I have a picture here. I took this of Tommy at the Tam Jam benefit. He's the guy in the front. Yes, he probably looks like a Texas musician. But I got to cut this tomorrow for Steve, because it's been this way for a couple. I mean, it's just gotten where it's not. So anyway, there's Tommy, and what a guy. You probably heard us talking about Jay Johnson. Well, Tommy produced Jay's first album, and so you run in circles, and he had a thing called Tommy Alverson's Family Gathering every year. I don't remember where it was, Mineral Wells here in Texas or where it was, but he would invite, I'd say 20 various singer-songwriters, bands, etc., out to that location, and it was like a 3-day festival. And I think they just had one October 27th. So, cancer sucks. But anyway, we're going to do overrated, underrated here in just a couple minutes. We'll wait just a touch of time. see if we can get some folks in the room. And Dupa, people saying hi, people saying hi, people saying hi. We do have the most cheerful chat room on the internet, as verified by independent sources. And, of course, the Tom Gully Show pledge. We will never wear a Santa beard, a ridiculous hat, and some stupid sunglasses. It's a long story. We damn level bet, you can damn level bet we won't do it. We won't do it. Dr. Pepper with Dr. Pepper Zero. It's got strawberries and cream soda. So anyway, we've done a lot of shows this last week, and most of them have been far longer than our usual 1 hour. What's this say here? Hey, man, who's going to watch some crap like that? Why did I get this notification? Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for Tom Gully's overrated, underrated bullshit. Let's see here. Oh, boy. Look at this. SG Fanboy, he is, of course, the living legend. He says, my sister came over and pierced my nose today. Pretty overrated. On next week's Overrated, Underrated, SG Fanboy's pierced nose. I will expect a photo. Maybe some testimony by your sister. I don't know. I normally like to talk about a fella's sister, but you brought it up, Jackson. All right. I'm actually writing this down. Yes, we will be rating your pierced nose next week. Hey, I've warned you people. Don't double dog dare me. SG Fanboy nose. I'm just going to put nose. I probably will remember the rest of it, but I just put nose there. SG Fanboy, she had that gun up my nose so far, I think it touched my brain. Well, you're probably used to it from the tattoo, right? I mean, you do have a brain tattoo, don't you? I mean, doesn't everybody? All right. I guess we should get into this. I may ramble. I have gotten very little sleep in the last 2 weeks. Let's see here. We do this a certain way. I'm almost positive of it. Hey, there's a fight going on tonight, and it has influenced our overrated, underrated. Brain tat would be sick. Sick. Dupus is laughing. Good. Let's see here. There's a fight tonight. And by the way, it's happening over there. It's happening over there. It's in Arlington. It's that way. It's like straight ahead, kind of. In Arlington, Texas, the place where the Dallas Cowboys do an elaborate interpretive dance that they think means football this season. So it's over there. And therefore, item number one on tonight's edition of the internet sensation that's sweeping the nation, overrated, underrated, item number one, we have Jake Paul. Jake Paul, the well-known YouTube star, taking on Mike Tyson tonight in a fight scheduled, is it for 8 or 10 rounds? And those rounds will be 2 minutes apiece, I believe. Jake Paul, of course, has very famously made a lot, and I mean a lot, of money off of promoting these YouTube hyped fights. And he's fought a bunch of people. Now he's fought some former MMA people. But he's fought one pro boxer, not a great pro boxer, and he lost. That's the symbol in the Tom Gully Show for lost. I don't know why I'm pointing down like, let's not get into it. It's probably Freudian. Let's see here. Why is it? Oh, SG Fanboy says, that's a nice shirt, Tom. Yes, the Tom Gully Show. And by the way, you can get these in a variety of fashion colors. This is the long sleeve version. This is the heather. You can also get charcoal gray, and I think there's black and some other colors. And it's just, it pops. It pops. Now, I made the logo a little small because that's the style now. Anyway, thank you, SG. All you have to do is go to the TomGullyShow.com, go to the store, and I apologize. You remember the good store that I have? Cafe Press got rid of it and just went, we're going to make some prices and stuff. I really haven't gone back through there, and I probably will lower the prices here at the beginning of December. So please go buy the items while they're overpriced, especially the shower curtain. Yeah, there's a shower curtain. All right, way overrated. Way overrated. Jake Paul is way overrated. Dupa says, and I think this is an interesting distinction. She says, the fight or Jake Paul? Is the fight overrated or is Jake Paul overrated? And Dupa, I would love your opinion on both of those things, but we are technically, for the purposes of our experiment here, we are only asking about the fighter. So we'd love to hear about the other thing, but we're looking for the answer on fighter. And as always, please, no wagering. Let's see here. Dupa's laughing. Ariana May says, overrated. Thank you. You know, we're on kind of a streak of unanimous votes on this because, like, we went a long time and they were all. But last time we went 3 unanimous. Okay, here we go. SG Family says that he will. Says he really wants that shower curtain. I'll let you Jesus. I'll let you guys know when I gotta put it on. What lists do I put? Well, I might as well put it on this damn list here. Let's see, Cafe Press. I wrote copy for that. That was hilarious. I won an award for the copy on my thing, and they just did I call Cafe Press on? I think I might have called Cafe Press on while you guys were on the line. And that woman was going, well, they just changed everything. They do that. They didn't tell us either. Like now we're on the same team. It's like, yeah, the only difference is that you're being paid right now. And I remain uncompensated. Let's see. Dupa says, overrated. And SG Fanboy says, hopefully Mike takes Jake Paul's ear home with, hey, now. Only part of the ear. It was never the entire ear. You take that back. It's unanimous. I'm calling it. Jake Paul, overrated. I'll tell you something right now. Jake Paul, and I'm talking even at age 60 or 50 or whatever he is, Jake Paul has never been hit as hard as Mike Tyson is going to hit him. And Mike Tyson has been hit a lot harder than Jake Paul's ever going to hit him. Now, I know there's a number of years involved in stamina and things like that, but man, let me tell you something right now. When George Foreman was 45 years old, everybody said, no way he can do it. He's over the hill. There's no way, no way, no way, no way. And he wins the heavyweight title. Champion, okay, at age 45. Jake Paul is nowhere near the fighters that George Foreman had to fight to win that championship. And Mike Tyson ain't fighting for a championship. In other words, he's not fighting a championship caliber. People don't understand, when you get these elite athletes, when someone makes the pros, put it this way, the last player on a Major League Baseball team probably, if he came to bat 40 times in your softball league, would hit 39 home runs. The difference is exponential. And I've seen Mike training. I still think he's got the fastest combination of any heavyweight I've ever seen, including Ali. Two different kind of fighters. But, yeah, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Tim Jenkinson says, Tom, surprised you aren't watching USA Viz Jamaica. Is that the ladies? That's the ladies, correct? I don't think there's any chance at all because Major League Soccer is in its playoffs, and I don't think, in fact, I know I don't think there's an international break. If that's the ladies, no, I'm not watching them. Not until they, plus I have a show. 2-0, it's 1-0 USA. It's men's? Why are they doing this? Well, Pochettino probably wants to practice. I'll be damned. This is CONCACAF nations. I didn't realize there was an international break. Or is there one? Ooh, looks like Matt Turner saved a PK. A Jamaican PK. No, I'm not watching it because I'm doing this. To be honest with you, I've been up so long doing so many things this week. I was completely unaware there was a match. And I am interested in seeing the team because of the new coach. So, SG Fanboy says, have you seen Tyson's workout videos? He's still super quick and hits like a freight train. Yeah. They always say the last thing to go on a heavyweight is his punch. We're going to find out. Tim Jenkins says, not about the money. Boxing is just for the money. The men's CONCACAF Nations League. Yeah, well, just to show you what a great job U.S. soccer is doing. I didn't know nothing about it. But I am very excited about our new wonderful coach. Okay, item number 2 tonight on Overrated, Underrated. Now, this is a picture that is somewhat representative. Flowers. And I'm not talking about flowers as a plant on the earth. I'm talking about flowers as a gift. Something that you would give another person, whether in a pick-me-up bouquet or dozen roses. Flowers as a gift, not as the thing that exchanges carbon dioxide for oxygen. That's very underrated. But just the notion of giving flowers to someone. Here's the flower. Hi, I like you. Here's the flower. That's what I'm talking about, overrated or underrated. Anytime. Just let those comments flow. Don't be bashful. All right. Let's see here. It's interesting. The U.S. started talking about UFOs after the election. Well, they were talking about UFOs before the election, and we've been talking about UFOs since back into the 40s, and we'll be talking about UFOs forever. Because really, UFO means unidentified flying object. There's a new term they're using called UAP, which is unknown autonomous phenomena or something like that. A weather balloon could be an unidentified flying object. It's an object that is flying that we can't identify. End of story. So anyway, yeah, we talk about things over here. We do. Dupa says, it depends. Did he stop by the convenience store on the way home or did he grow it for me? Hey, man, whatever you want. I don't know. I'm not God. Let's say he bought them at a store. Yeah. Because otherwise we're only examining the universe of people that can grow a flower. So Jean 1313 coming in hot with a receipt. She says over. SG Fanboy says for a girlfriend, overrated. For granny, underrated. Damn it. That messes up my whole opinion on this subject. Hey now. We got to grow those bitches now, dude. Oh, boy. SG Fanboy. Ariana Martin said, I got distracted. Are we talking about flowers now? We certainly are, Ariana. Overrated or underrated. These are flowers that, not just for their exchanging, gases so we can all live as a plant in the universe. We're talking about flowers that somebody bought at a store. Overrated, underrated. Gene says, the best way to spend my birthday. There you go. Gene, is it your birthday? Hey, man, that was slick. I almost didn't notice. You got to be more overt next time. Everybody, let's give Gene a happy birthday here from the Tom Golly Show. Way to go. Another year. It's your day. It's your day. All right? Don't let anybody tell you different. And by God, if you're one of these people that likes to say, oh, it's my birthday weekend, it's my birthday week, it's my birthday month. I know a lot of people that have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. You celebrate that damn thing as long as you celebrate for a whole year if you want to. It's your birthday. Don't let anybody tell you how you can burn that thing. Let's see, people saying hi and laughter. Tim Jenkins, the Russians and Eastern Europeans still seem really into giving flowers. Yeah, but in fairness to them, they eat them. They don't have a really great source of vegetables. SG Fanboy saying happy birthday, Gene. And Ariana May says they're underrated. Okay. Gene says, yes, it is. Okay, let those birthday wishes flow. Happy birthday, Gene. Tim Jenkins says, Tom didn't send you flowers. I just found out about it 10 seconds ago. And I just reached puberty twice in that sentence. I was driving somewhere today. Somebody remind me at the end of the thing here to tell this story. Because I had a major Dallas crazy woman interaction today. But I was driving to the place where the interaction occurred. And I was listening to Al Green, Love, Love. And I was hitting the high notes of it, you know. I can't explain this feeling. But louder. And so now my voice, Ariana May with a happy birthday. Dupa says, where is Terry Nee? He loves birthday. He loves his own birthday. He's in and out. Terry's big time with some of the more popular shows on the internet. So we're just glad to get him when we can. Gene says, thank you. All the best, chat. No, thank you, Gene. You did all the work. Dupa says, congratulations, Tom, on reaching puberty twice in one sentence. Tim Jenkins, it says, fun day in Texas. Alice Jones lost InfoWars. I think he lost it a long time ago.
You see, what we've got going on here is they wanted InfoWars. It's a very valuable corporation. It's the number one corporation in the world. We sold more winter wheat and rivet jeans. And they were eating the babies. They were eating mostly the stem cells, but they ate the babies.
Ariana May says, I don't care where they come from. It says, I thought of you without adding to house clutter or landfill piles. Okay. All right, man. Jesus. Come on, man. Just not in front of the guys. What do you think about this, Ariana May? And I'm certainly every right to your opinion. And if some guy wants to be with you, he should know that you like flowers. Because what's another $20 worth of flowers to me? Yeah, go ahead. But here's my thing about flowers. They die. I don't want to give something to someone that's going to die. This is why I've never had children. Let's see here. SG Fanboy says, I think flowers are nice if it's for no reason. If you get a woman flowers for a special occasion, you're an uncreative horse's ass. That's the Beth Dutton. Beth Dutton say you give them for no reason. That's when you give them. So you're on, and I'm on board with Beth Dutton, like you can't imagine. Dupa says, good point. It is a good point. Julian Caesar says a partridge in a pear tree is much nicer. And Gene1313 says, I am a plant gal. Do you get your plants at a dispensary, perhaps? I'm kidding. All right. Tim Jenkins says, that's the beauty of plastic flowers. They last forever. And they've done wonderful things with plastic flowers. Like, if you haven't seen the advancements in today's modern plastic flower, same gene, except for the gal part. Well, that's an important distinction. All right. This next one, I'm expecting a landslide. I don't often do this, but sometimes I've got to throw a ringer into the mix. By that, I mean I already know what the answer is going to be on this one. Item number 3. Is it overrated or is it underrated? Yes, the taco. The taco. Overrated or underrated? I'll wait. Incidentally, answer wrong on this one, and you could be banished forever from our chat room. Funky Bronco be saying, hello, just picked up a fresh 4-pack of Guinnesses. Bronco, buddy, come on, man. you got to slow down, dude. How old are you? I am worried about you, brother. Or sister, I guess you could be a female. Overrated. You son of a bitch. Underrated, says Gene. SG Fanboy says, I hate tacos. Hate's a pretty strong word. Hey, you know what's good on a taco, SG? A little pierced nose meat. When she pierces it, that thing gets a little meat in it in the inside. You take that out and you put it in just for flavor. Dupasse, Funky Bronco, but did you take a shower yet? Because, you know, Funky, it usually is, I stink like a landfill and I'm drinking. Funky Bronco says, the taco-lipped pita pocket. Ooh. SG says, ban me. I don't care. SG, do you think there's any chance that I would ever ban you? There's nothing you could do that would make me ban you. Nothing. Tim Jenkins says, we really don't have tacos in England. Well, that's what the Revolutionary War and the War of 1812 were about. We knew that both of those conflicts were just your attempt to get to the tacos that we were keeping stored down in Nuevo Laredo. Let's see. Funky Brown says 33. I'm 33. Wait a second. I'm 32. Okay. Funky. Brother, please slow down. Go see a doctor. See if he says it's okay for you to just quit for a week. Because sometimes you don't want to do that, as weird as it sounds. And then just see what a week's like. After a week, if you're like, this is terrible, I want to go back, then do that. But you just, please just learn what it's like to not, because you're a soup sandwich every time you come in here, man. Ariana May says, authentic tacos underrated. I had carnitas tacos for dinner tonight. Where are you at, Ariana May? What part of the region of the world are you at? Because I got to be honest with you. One night this week, right after the show, I made some pork and cilantro corn tortilla tacos. They were wicked awesome. Oh my God, I got to get some of this stuff. Well, when you put it that way, yes, nose pierced meat. Julian Zier says, "Oh yum, wish I had some tacos." Funky, that's a dice joke. I don't know what. Ariana says, "I'm so sorry, friend." Yes, we're so sorry you don't have tacos in England. That's, there's a bar with Mexican food around the block. I wonder if they're still serving. They are, trust me. And even if they're not, if there's still people in there, they will sell you whatever they have on hand. SG Fanboy says, my ex made tacos every Tuesday night, just the worst. Well, maybe you've never had the right taco. Funky Bronco says, I showered this morning. Born in 1992. Do the math. That's going to make you 34. 2. Wait, you're 28. You're 28. You're 28. Tim Jenkinson says, I'm sure they can't be better than pizza. Well, there are taco pizzas and there are pizza tacos. I wouldn't say necessarily better than pizza. I'd put them about on the same taste bud. Kahuna is with us, says SG Fanboy. Put that big scratch in your Jag on purpose. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I was just out there, staring at it longingly. Wow. All right. Julian Caesar, is your name really Fun Kentucky Bronco? SG Fanboy says, what month, Funky? Funky Bronco says, at Tom Gully Show, is the Freebirds burritos in the Dallas area? We used to have a lot of Freebirds. I think there's Treebeards or whatever it is. I haven't been to that one in a long time. I haven't gone. I don't go to the chains here in Dallas for tacos. You don't do that. You go to a place in a strip mall where the menu is written with a dry erase marker. That's the place. Those are the places. People saying hi. People saying hi. People saying hi. People saying hi. Strip says, "Who puts 5 tiny shreds of cheese on a taco?" I agree with you. I would put me an ace loaded it. Oh boy. Ariana May says, I'm in Pennsylvania in an area with a high Hispanic population. We have a lot of great taco options. Yeah, me too. I live in Texas. We have somewhat of a Mexican influence here. Funky Burger says, the ones where people don't speak English. I guess that's right. American cheese looks terrible. That's probably, sadly, that's probably cheddar, shredded cheddar. The best tacos are the shite hole. You're right about that, man. We have tacos as underrated. I repeat, underrated item number 3. Item number 4, which will thrill and beguile the men in the audience and get a knowing glance from the ladies. It is item number 4. Yes, the Wonder Bra. The Wonder Bra, which changed our lives back in the 90s, I think. The Wonder Bra, overrated or underrated? That's an ad. I did an ad for lingerie one time. It was just like the bra part. Here's the headline. And it only showed half the bra. It just showed like a strap and 1 cup. And it said, buy one, get one free. And that's the kind of hilarity that I bring to the table as an advertising super genius. Mine works so well. Yeah. Does it lift and separate? Lifts and separate. Funky Bronco says, Tom, what exactly did you do for Hustler? Oh, what didn't I do? Funky Bronco, what didn't I do? I wrote for the bits and pieces section. That's the, God, I've got to get this spiel every time somebody asks me. I wrote for the bits and pieces section. That's the section in the front. It's the comedy section. I also reviewed videos. I was also involved with a number of their special projects like Hustler Humor, Best of Hustler, that sort of thing. And like many of the other high-profile jobs I've had, it's just a job after 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks, you might be going, hey, yeah, look at this, solid, whoa, yeah. It was always fun going to the West Hollywood, the photo studio. They had a big photo studio. It was fun going out there. Let's see. Gene says, under me got a husband. Oh, underrated. Got me a husband. There you go. All right, Gene. Let's see here. What's different about the Wonder Bra? Oh, man, now you're going to make me. See, because I think I wrote Wonder Bra. You know, I always think I have a lot of stuff organized here, but it just turns into the same mess every time. We're going to do the Wonder Bra next, well, some point in time. Wonder Bra. Okay. We'll put that there, and then I'll know where it's at. Yeah, we're going to do the Wonder Bra. Let me just tell you, the Wonder Bra kind of, oh boy, oh, here we go. Bam. Okay. Okay. Elastic materials were rationed and unavailable for. I don't want to hear about the original Wonder Bra. It's a push-up bra. Okay, so these are all advertising strategies. I want to see the actual. Okay, hold on. I'll tell you what the thing is about it. half lacy, half push-up bra. The Wonder Bra Dream Lift model design became a success in the UK, European sensation in 1993, and the one and only Wonder Bra that finally launched in the United States in 1994. And it was described in Europe as a pigeonnet, meaning pigeon-breasted in print. So it separated and lifted, and it has extra support on the sides and down, which push up and make more, that's as good as I'm going to describe it until we do the actual show. Well, it is interesting. It's worth talking about, if you say so, Funky. I've talked about it so much, I'm blue in the face. Thank you. You're welcome. Funky Bronco, did you go to any of the avian shows or any of that jazz? Yeah. Can't be mad about a quality over the shoulder boulder holder. That's right. Got to take care of that sweater meat. Golden Bozos, twin engine Monongahelas, the girls. One of the things about Hustler, since somebody brought it up, is that there's actually a sort of a thesaurus that has, like, for instance, woman's breast, and it has every slang term you've ever seen. It's like 3 pages long. So when you're writing, if you need something other than those old favorites, Tim Jenkinson says no bra seems more popular these days. Not on the girls I date. They have to have them. Or they'll bruise their kneecaps. Kahuna says, I wonder why those sit so much higher than yesterday. Dupa says, sorry, I just missed the last 5 minutes. The Wonder Bra would make small women look bigger. It was deceiving. It was great until you took your bra off. Yeah, but see, by that time, the launch sequence had been engaged, and you're like, whatever. Yeah. Come on. Let's not worry about who fooled who here. Got a deal to close. Okay, I'm seeing underrated as the overall. Oh, SG Fanboy. Well, if I had room here in my studio, which thanks, StreamYard, thanks for raising your prices and the service gets worse. How does that work? So anyway, we're going to call item number 4, the Wonder Bra, underrated and uplifting. Both of those things. Item number 5 on our big list today of underrated, overrated, as we bring it to you 21 minutes till the hour. And that's 61 minutes from last hour. Okay. The pyramids. The pyramids, are they overrated or underrated? No, overrated or underrated. SG Fanboy says, nothing wrong with small boobs. Kind of like to know if, that's a distinguishing between the two. Because otherwise you could just be with to each his own. To each his own. The pyramids, speaking of two large protruding objects, Funky Bronco said, Anthony Bourdain said the pyramids are boring. They're surrounded by McDonald's and KFC. Well, I do not see a McDonald's or a KFC, although I wouldn't doubt that there's one on the way there. But Anthony Bourdain also said, never mind, it's too dark of a joke. Gene1313 says it's overrated. Well, by the way, there's some amazing statistics regarding the construction of the pyramids. Like, these bricks were like all placed within like 1/8 of a millimeter's deviation. It's just weird. How did they do that? And how long did it take? And how did they do that? And it is a marvel. Funky Bronco says no. Then he says, No. Okay. Ariana May says overrated just because humans have ruined the experience. Well, I can take no objection to that. There's a lot of things that way. But the pyramids themselves, Funky Bronco says, go on. Dupa says, haven't seen the pyramids, read about it, but haven't experienced it. Okay. Right now we have overrated. Tim Jenkinson say, I don't see how they can be overrated considering how long ago they were built. That is a typical British person's attitude. You know how many times I was over there and they were like, well, the vicar has told us that the abbey has been here since 1621. So, of course, it's amazing. It's a pile of crap. It's a 400-year-old pile of crap. Actually, it's a 420-year-old pile of crap, but I'm being nice. That doesn't, however, change the fact that Tim Jenkinson is entirely correct. Let's see. Julian Zero says, under, like icebergs, they are 10 times as large. Underground is above. Yeah, there's a lot. But most of the undergrounds of there and other places in the, the Valley of the Kings, so much sediment has washed into them that it has been taking years and years and years and years to excavate where they think they found the real King Tut and many other, was it Ramses? I think it was Ramses, sorry. Some great documentaries on it. Bam! Ariana May says, the pyramids are actually right next to a city. They just use the right camera angles to make it look like they're in the middle of nowhere. I kind of feel like if I would work up a real hunger walking around the pyramids, and I might need a Big Mac. Tim Jenkinson says, if it wasn't for the Egyptians, our museums would be half empty. That's true. Ariana May says, and you constantly get harassed by panhandlers. You want to know how to get rid of them? And there's two ways I get rid of them. The first way is I just be myself. The second way is ask them for their panhandle. They never actually have a panhandle. And then when they say, I don't really have one, I say, well, you can't be a panhandler without a panhandle. So off you go, mister, until you're qualified and licensed. That's what you do. Bam! Tim Jenkins says, say you have monkeypox. You have monkeypox. I don't know why people ask me that. Okay, that is item number 5. And I'm going to go say overrated. God, this is taking so long. Okay, that's overrated. Ladybugs, item number 6. Ladybugs, overrated or underrated? Let's hurry it up. Tom, you clearly never got robbed in the Middle East or North Africa. Hey, Tim, Funky Bronco. I've never been robbed anywhere. It's been tried twice. And I'm a nice guy. Because those two dudes that tried to rob me on 2 separate occasions, completely unrelated to each other, they wanted to take from me. They wanted to deprive me. They wanted to take from me that which was not theirs and which was mine. I, in return, gave them something, probably something that they will see for the rest of their life in a mirror. That would get them. Ladybirds here. You call them ladybird. You don't, Tim, we would call them ladybirds here, but we had a prominent vice president and president's wife named Lady Bird. And it would just get confusing, you know. I saw a praying mantis eat Lady Bird yesterday. I'm cracking myself up over here. Julian Caesar says, under, cutest bugs ever. Doopadoopadoo says, Funky Bronco, how many times have you been robbed? Gene says, underrated. Ariana says, overrated. It's a bug. Ariana, you're married, right? because I know you're way younger than me, but if you have a grandmother or great grandmother, because I like the cut of your jib from an opinion standpoint. Dupa says, under Tim Jenkins says, I'm off to North Africa next week. Well, tell Monty we said hello. And by the way, things will get done in Europe a lot quicker if you just get out of Patton's way. Quit trying to be the military genius. You're not. We got that handled. Smokane says, oh, this looks like a bug chat here. Why did I go into Cockney? I got to work on my Australian accent. Dupa says, Tim, have fun. Shep is in the house. We always love it when the Shep's in the house, don't we? I feel like, even though I'm not making anything, because he's making something, I feel. Tim says, thanks. Just North Africa hasn't been the same since the Romans left. Isn't that always the way? Let's see here. Tim Jenkins says, I discovered yesterday that Morocco has a faster high-speed rail than America. Yeah, we're not doing what we should be doing with our rails. Morocco also has a better soccer team than England. I said it. All right. Our last item tonight on Overrated, Underrated. We started with it. We'll end with it. It is one Mr. Mike Tyson. Iron Mike Tyson. Overrated or underrated? Let's see. Ecuador is winning tonight. Are they in the CONCACAF Nations League still? Had a long time for them. Or do they play in Cama Bowl? I can't remember. There's some of the Central American countries, but Ecuador, I think it's Cama Bowl. Yeah, they have some good players. I think England has better players. Those Moroccans are a team. And they're kind of like Croatia was in 18. They're full court press, high octane all game long, to the point where you think, can they keep this up through a tournament? But I was pulling for Morocco really, really heavily in the last World Cup. Underrated. Mike Tyson is underrated. Tim Jenkinson says he was great, but also his own worst enemy. He's kind of a boxing Diego Maradona. Although Tyson never cheated in a fight and then later bragged about it after not getting caught. Yeah, he cheated in some fights, but he got caught. He got caught munching down on another man's wood ape. RNMA says, underrated. He bit off a man's ear and everyone still loves him. Duba says, Mike Tyson as a boxer is underrated. Nothing compared to Mike Tyson knocking out his opponent within seconds. He was 20 years old. Mike Tyson's 44 knockouts feature 22, that's exactly half of them, that ended in the first round. Ding, ding. Julian Caesar said Holyfield deserved it. Yeah, did you see the way he was dressed? He was practically asking for it. I mean, you can't walk out in front of another man with no shirt, and then not expect. I mean, I'm not saying he's right and that he should be able to do it, but come on, man. He did bite some ears. Yeah, but Luis Suarez bit more ears than he did. Well, more people's ears. I think he technically had the same amount of bites. It's complicated. I can't be expected to keep up with all of the ear biting that happens. I'm not a god. Gene 1313. That's a silly one. It's Mike. Ding ding. Let's see here. Doop doop doop. Laughing at our enemy. Dupa is smiling. Tim Jenkinson says 1-0 at halftime to the USA. And let's keep in mind, Matt Turner, who frankly has been looking kind of shaky now and then in the net for the U.S. He is not playing full-time for his club side. And Pochettino, one of his big deals is you better be playing. I don't. If you want to sit the best bench at Juventus, yeah, you're on Juventus, but you're not playing. If you want to sit the bench at Barcelona, at Ajax, at wherever, because we've got players all over on really good teams, but you got to be playing. You got to be, yeah. What's this? Eagles are losing. That's a real shame. I don't care. NFL, how are the Colts doing? Told them they shouldn't have signed a quarterback. But I don't even care anymore because Peyton's gone. What do I care? The Colts were so horrible. We did have 1 or 2 years where we'd pop up, but for the most part, terrible. And then came Peyton Manning, you wonderful man. Yeah, it's just, you can't imagine. The whole downtown Indianapolis completely changed when Peyton Manning was packing the house. So, at any rate, I am getting underrated for Iron Mike. And who do you guys think is going to win the fight? Who's going to win the fight? Let's see here. What's with the new Cowboys Stadium? They keep getting beaten by the sun. Well, that is not, first of all, sun in his eyes, really? Really. But that is a function of the stadium. That stadium actually, it's got the opening. You can open on top, but at each end are these giant windows that the sun shines in and helps light up the stadium. Although they can have nothing but lights and light it up. And they can draw these, for lack of a better term, curtains over them, and they didn't. Which I don't know why you wouldn't, but they didn't. And did he literally just say the sun was in my eyes? Literally, he said it. Tim Jenkins says the judges will decide the fight and probably give it to Paul or a draw. I do not see this fight going the distance. I do not. Because if Mike is pressuring him, that's bad for Jake Paul, but it does make Mike vulnerable. But I don't think Jake Paul is going to want any of that smoke for the first 3 rounds. After that, if the fight's still going on, Jake is going to start, his youth and stamina might start playing a factor. And the further the fight goes along, the worse it is for Mike Tyson. So I think there's a better chance that it won't go the distance than it will. I could be wrong. I'm not God. In the words of Irving Mainway, I'm not God. Tim Jenkinson says, I was thinking Curtin would solve the problem. Yeah. Or just nutting up and catching the ball. Tim Jenkins says Tyson will want to finish it early because of his age. Tyson was wanting to finish it early when he was 20. That's just the way he fights. It's got nothing to do with his age. Steroid guys never last past 8 rounds. Well, he won't have to go past much more than that. But please remember, instead of 3 minutes, it's 2 minutes. Two minutes in one. Dupa says, if only Frank Rosenthal, real life Cathedral, was still alive, I could make money on the fight. Well, I think these fights are sanctioned by the Athletic Commission, but what if this fight is just a, hey man, all the money's going to be on you. Whoever's got the most money on it, the other guy will win. Right? Put all of our money. Wow, only 2-minute rounds. That's my understanding. By the way, I believe that is streaming live on Netflix. I don't think it's a pay-per-view. Well, maybe it's pay-per-view on Netflix, but that's all I got. Jeez, we've only got 5 minutes left in the show. Steve Bluestein tomorrow night, folks. Famous. Open for famous people. Oh, and he was also very instrumental in an emergency situation during a Barry Manilow performance. or when he was opening for Barry Manilow. I may ask him to tell me about it, because I've interviewed him twice before, and it's on one of those. But maybe we'll try to cover a few of his greatest hits. Amateur fights are 2 minutes, and if you want to figure out whether you'll like the show tomorrow, you can go to thetomgullyshow.com and type in Steve Bluestein. That's Bluestein, and listen to the first one. The second one is this very specific podcast about his battle with prostate cancer and the funny book he wrote about it. But the first one covers a lot of things that are in his first book that I read of his, which is the funniest book I've ever read. It's called Memoirs of a Nobody, and it is funny. But if you listen to that first podcast, then you'll know. Then the joke's over. Tim Jenkinson says, you will be able to catch the second half. Tim, the way Arsenal's playing right now, and the way the U.S. national team played at the last Copa America, they're going to have to earn me watching them. And I'm certainly not going to want to watch them against Ecuador. Just nothing against Ecuador, but I want to see them play one of our traditional regional rivals. And right now I got a million things to do. I've got to write a paper after this. I've got so much crap to do. Chef says, everyone say goodnight, Gracie. Good night, Gracie. Good night, Chef. I enjoy when you interview people, Tom. Well, yes, stupid, because that means half of my talking has been eliminated from the program, which, the showrunners have told me, when you're not talking, things are going good on the show. Okay? The less you talk, the only drawback to your show, Tom, is the host. They told me that straight to my face, and I didn't figure out who they were talking about until I was on the way home. And then I got really mad, but I was out of the office. I wasn't in the conference room anymore. Had to get my own coffee. Chef says, good night, Julian. Tim Jenkinson says, it's okay. You get a break from Arsenal for a while. Christ, I need one. I wanted Arteta gone 3 seasons ago. Remember the season where we choked the last few games? All you do is get a point. Lost to Tottenham, got a player sent off in the first 10 minutes, that whole thing. And then the next season, we had the widest point margin at January 1st in the history of the English Premier League to lose the title. And that's what we did. And then last season, we lose at home to Villa 2-0. If we were ahead. If we'd have just not lost that game, we're champions. He can't get it done when it matters. It's like every game that matters, they choke like a dog on a bone. Julian says, Tom Gully, underrated. I don't think I can be rated any lower. Dupa says, I disagree. When you interview people, this show is so long. I love it. Well, I've never been accused of not making it long. Yeah, we go over when there's a guest. Because I got the gift of gab. And yeah, it's amazing how he always gives it away. Do you think Sir Alex or Arsene Wenger would be as forgiving? Sir Alex, after that first one, would have been this guy, this guy, this guy. They're gone today. Just so everybody gets the message. Arteta's always got, it's a difficult place to play. They're all difficult. Julian Zeezer has finally put us on the board here today with a gifted Tom Gully Show membership. Thank you, Julian. Hopefully somebody got that. Sing out in the chat and tell me who did, but make it quick because train's coming into the station, folks. Tim Jenkinson says, different time, though the players weren't so soft then. Okay, do you think Pep or Klopp? I don't. Hell, I don't think Big Sam would put up with that. Big Sam wouldn't put up with it. Dupa says Mary Jacobs was gifted a membership. Well, Mary Jacobs, thank you. We've kind of seen you around and enjoy having you around here. So I'm glad you got a gifted membership. And I don't know what I'm doing for a member show this weekend. I'll do something. By God. Hot dang you all, Lord son, I reckon. Shoot, shit, shucks, dip me in crap and roll in cracker crumbs. Get the wallet chain, padlock the septic tank. We're going to the mud bogs. That's my entire family in Indiana. Boy, I'd like to never got my car out of that ditch. That's every member of my family in Indiana. Man, you guys were great today as usual. I appreciate it. You know, we're really trying to grow the show super, super much. And so if there's a show from the past that you like, you thought was especially good, like that would ever happen, or anything, we'd like you to share it with your friends. Why should you be the only ones to suffer? You know? Drag them down into your private hell. But that's what we really need to. Yeah, Mary, yeah, she was. Let's see here. Have a nice night. Don't work too hard. I will not. I try not to. I think we might do a show coming up on what's the difference between hard work and working hard. It's an imponderable. It has no answer. Well, you know, that old clock on the wall says, like the Reverend Al Green, I'm going to have to get up on out of here. Now, you can't stay here. But you don't have to go home. And with all that being said, till next time, we'll see you next time. Huh? Right out of my